So let me get this straight. A twice impeached, 4 times indicted man backed by white nationalists and billionaires said, America will be woke no more. And somehow we're the problem? Baby, if being woke means giving a damn about injustice, go ahead and stamp it on my birth certificate. Because what I'm not about to do is sleepwalk through a dictatorship wrapped in a flag and calling itself freedom. Hey y'all, it's Shaniqua, and this is I Got T.E.A. Time to educate America, because clearly somebody needs to. Now this episode is called Messaging Matters and why woke isn't the insult they think it is. And in it, we're going to unpack how the far right hijacked a term rooted in black consciousness and twisted it into a slur, while Democrats stood back and let it happen. And while you're here, be sure to check out this episode's sponsor, Better Alt, because y'all, the flavor on this tea is banging. Now, if you know words matter and you're not about to let your conscience be criminalized, hit that like button, drop a stay woke in the comments, and share this with someone who's still on the fence about what's really going on. Let's flood the feed with facts before they censor the truth out of existence. Now, let's talk about where woke came from and why that matters. Because woke came from us, black folks. It was never about hashtags or sound bites. It was about survival. It meant stay awake, stay alert, because this country will gaslight you while it lynches you. From the 1930s folk music of Lead Belly to the speeches of the civil rights movement, woke was a warning. So when they mock it now, they're not mocking buzzwords. They're mocking black history, black memory, black vigilance. So the right turned woke into a weapon. And somewhere around 2018, the right figured out that they could use woke the same way they use welfare queen and thug as a racial dog whistle you can say with a straight face on Fox News. And baby, they didn't waste time. It became their favorite slur. You stand up for LGBTQ kids? Woke. You teach black history in schools? Woke. You say maybe women deserve bodily autonomy? Woke. And now they've tied it to DEIA, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, like it's some radical terrorist organization. But let's be real. When they say America will be woke no more, they don't mean a shift in culture. They mean a purge of blackness, womanhood, queerness, empathy, and truth. Because DEIA is just a smokescreen. Here's what they won't say out loud. The backlash against DEIA is a backlash against rights. Period. Because what DEIA actually means is don't discriminate, make the workplace accessible, reflect the country you claim to represent. But now, DEIA has been labeled anti-white. Seriously? And even more specifically, anti-white man. Which is wild, because what we're seeing in policy outcomes is far from equal opportunity discrimination. It's anti-black, anti-woman, anti-disabled, anti-immigrant, anti-truth. They don't want equity, they want dominance. And they're using woke as their battle cry. But here's the thing, Democrats let the message slip away, because this is where it gets really frustrating. Instead of defending the word, instead of standing in its history, too many Democrats ran from it. They got scared. They stopped saying woke. They let Republicans define it as some villainous force and then wondered why voters got confused. Likely because some of them believe it too. Because listen, you can't win a messaging war by going mute. The GOP built an entire campaign on 3 words, Stop Woke Act. And Democrats out here still debating whether inclusive sounds too aggressive. Baby, they're banning books and you're worried about tone. What? But let's talk about what we can do to reclaim and reframe it. So, we stop apologizing for being awake. We defend DEIA, not just in policy, but in language, in media, and in culture. We create counter messaging that slaps just as hard, because the opposite of woke, y'all, is to be asleep. And we build platforms like this one where we reclaim our words before they erase them, because woke didn't fail us. We failed to protect it. And so the next time you see someone says, America will be woke no more, look them dead in the eye and say, that's the problem. Y'all asleep while fascism's breaking in through the front door. Bloop. All right, y'all. This has been I Got T.E.A. Time to educate America. So if you're with me, like this video, share it with someone who still thinks woke is a bad thing, and drop a comment if you know staying woke is how we survive and how we win. Because baby, woke just means we saw it coming, and now we're ready.